Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Bubba's EDC. Thank God it's Friday. Different view here. I've got no phone mount in this car. I'm driving my buddy's car because he took mine to his dealership to get the mechanic to try to figure out why it was acting all stupid the other day. So I am in a Cadillac. And I tell you this, a couple things. One, very nice. Very, very nice. White, black leather. Not sure which model this is. It's a long one. It's like a boat. And lots of power. It's very powerful. But man, is it low to the ground. I do not like getting in something this low. I thought my little Chevy Trax was low. Nope, this way lower. Way, way lower. But anyways, hope y'all all have had a good week. We have been busier, as Big Jim would say, than a one-armed paper hanger. Man, so busy this week. Having Bryce go out with a foot injury, broken foot, and trying to cover his customer, and his customer took almost 2 solid days. Yeah, basically almost 2 solid days just putting nuts, bolts, washers, set screws, all kinds of stuff, metric, standard, stainless, zinc, yellow zinc, black oxide. I mean, so much stuff for this customer. I told Bryce, I said, I'm going to kick you when you get back for doing all this at the end of the month. You could have done this earlier in the month instead of waiting until the last minute and then going out with an injury because you're riding a four-wheeler doing a wheelie up a hill in 5th gear. Dummy. But, whew, I mean, I'm so tired, I could easily go home and just shower and be in bed by 4 o'clock. That's how tired I am. So we'll see. I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do right now. Just make it to the house and figure it out there, I reckon. I do need to do a video on the Rosecraft Farm Creek, Overall Creek farmhand, blue denim micarta, so I do need to do that today or tomorrow to get that out to the next guy. And I was expecting a knife in the mail today. Of course, Postal Service do what they do, and they did what they did. So I'm still waiting on that. It made it to Fairburn, Georgia today, according to the tracking. I doubt it'll get to Covington tonight, so I probably won't get it till Monday. Wish I'd get it tomorrow. So I guess I got some coasters. I got some fellers that want. I got some I'm giving away as a gift to somebody, and then some have been ordered by some guys, so I'm gonna work on those tomorrow. We were gonna go to the homeschool expo tomorrow, but since the car trouble, excuse me, we decided not to. But my buddy Brian from church, he said he thinks they got the car figured out and he'll have it back today. So since it was only acting up, when it did act up, it was real bad, but it was only like once a day, whatever, every other day. It wasn't all the time. He's like, well, if it was cold packed, then it'd probably be more often, it'd be all the time. So he was thinking maybe throttle body, which I did have a problem on that Freestyle I've got, that the throttle body would get clogged up real bad, and you basically have to soak it down with electrical cleaner, and then it'd be fine. It was actually a recall on that vehicle, but it was a recall before we got it secondhand. So he said they were done something to clean the throttle body. And then he said the plugs. So I don't know if he meant they cleaned the plugs, which on cars, I didn't know you did that. I thought, on lawnmowers and stuff, sometimes guys will wire wheel, the threads in that area off on the spark plug. So I don't know if they replaced the plugs. Or what. So I'll find out. I asked him, I was like, well, what do I owe you? He waited like 30 minutes, and he texted me back $10 million. I just responded 2 words, Bill Trump. I ain't got $10 million. I don't know if he does either. But anywho, I'm thankful for a good friend like that from the church who has been willing to help. He's helped me several times with that car, getting me parts at dealer's cost and different things. And he's just a good stand-up guy. I've known him for, since 98 or 99. I've known him. He's just solid. He's just a really solid guy. Real quiet, but he's solid. Got good taste in cars too. He likes the old 57 Chevy pickup trucks, and I can't go wrong with that. 57's a good year. I'd love to have a 57 Bel Air one day. That's my dream car. It's like the Grail car for me. But I reckon that's about it. Oh, excuse me. Man. Y'all won't see it on my channel anymore. You might see it on another channel if he chooses to show it. I did sell my case fixed blade last week. And so it should arrive to that brother tomorrow. So that one is no longer in my hands. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Anybody would be happy to have that in their collection. I got 2 more knives I'm mailing out as gifts. Just haven't had a chance. Honestly, y'all, I've been so whooped, so wore out mentally and physically that the thought of even doing like a sit down in front of the camera video has just been kind of, I don't want to say overwhelming, but just not appealing. Just not appealing to me at all. Like this in the car, I don't have to act in front of a camera, put on a face or anything. Not that I normally do that. Usually I don't do a video unless I'm in the mood to do a video. So I guess I didn't say that. I shouldn't have said that, because I don't do a video unless I feel like it. But I just haven't felt like it. I did go back in the Instagram chat with my friends and I've chatted a little bit here and there, but I'm still pretty MIA. I'm doing, I've done a couple of shorts, I think, on YouTube, and I've posted a couple of daily carries on Instagram, but just a lot going on right now. Like I said, we are so slammed at work that I'm mentally wore out on top of being physically tired. We've got an employee that I'm still training, and honestly, it's been kind of hard. I don't mean it bad, but they're just not picking up on stuff as quickly as we need them to, quickly as I wish they could. And I'm just having to field lots of questions and fix lots of problems and mistakes on top of what I'm doing, and on top of trying to help the account that he's out with the injury, and us being short-staffed anyways. So it's just a lot. It's been, work-wise, it's probably one of the hardest 6 months of my life as far as work. I've done jobs where it was physical labor all day, every day, but I knew that. You know what I mean? It was just physical. There was no mental. When I worked in the movie industry, I was in the IATSE Local 479 here in Atlanta, and you knew it was 12 hours a day of, toting lumber and maybe being out on the asphalt. On one movie, I was out on the asphalt for like a month or two straight, 6 days a week. You would get used to that. But the mental here is what I haven't really been used to. I've been in management, where had some mental stress, and I definitely had mental stress during COVID. Couldn't keep employees, plus you had the COVID stuff, and then I had an employee pass away in a car wreck. That was obviously stressful for sure. Losing an employee like that, someone that you liked and you talked to every day, that's a whole different thing. I know I say a lot. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I don't want to say something to offend. I have had a situation here recently where I was told I didn't handle things right, so I'm just trying to be as careful as possible with everything that I say. So, yeah, the mental stress, I think, is what wears me down physically too. I think, I don't know for sure. Maybe a doctor could tell me if I have any what's the word I'm looking for? If there's any truth to that, if that makes sense, basically, or if I'm just out in left field, who knows? I never had the arm to be a left fielder, to be an outfielder. Either way, left or right, definitely. And I definitely didn't have the speed for center field. Baseball tangent there. But yeah, so it's probably been the hardest 6 months on the job I've ever had mentally. Thankfully, David, my boss, he's a good dude. We get along really well. He's a little more crass and a little more crude. Okay, a lot more crude than I am, and he'll tell you that. I don't say certain things and stuff like that, but he's a good guy. Worked in the same building with him, almost shoulder to shoulder for 4 years now, and he's just a good guy. He's right there for me, and he's been there for me when I went through some things like my nanny passing and stuff like that. And then Jessica, she's maybe I shouldn't have said her name. Anyways, she's solid, just a heck of a good worker. She's in her 20s, and she has a work ethic of somebody in their 40s and 50s. Her work ethic is just phenomenal. So I'm very thankful to have good coworkers like them. Here's the rain. I say, Lord, thank you for the rain, because we certainly need it. Maybe it'll cool things off a little bit and let everybody's air conditioners take a little bit of a break, because I got I saw my electric bill today. I was like, Lord have mercy. And the rain's over. That was quick. Oh, maybe it's coming back. Okay. So, anyways, I don't know, how many videos I'll do. I did get some things in the mail, which I told y'all about the other day. Nothing since then. Just some nice little things. And if you follow one other guy's channel, he showed it and said he was going to send it to me, and he did. He was truthful to it. He's such a nice guy. But I got some stickers I got to show too. But I've just been wore out, y'all. So I appreciate y'all being patient. My district manager opened up a part-time position for my son to come in, and so basically he'll be assigned to the code for the guy that's injured right now, but he'll basically be a floater in our store. So we have our main branch, and then we have 2 other what they call on-sites that are in the building. They like them 2 people strictly work with one customer. And then we have another on-site connected to us, but he physically sets up shop at the customer's place. so he doesn't have a computer or a desk with us. So my son, as long as everything goes through, it'll be his first legit job. It'll be part-time, 25 to 28 hours a week. Good money. At least I say it's good money, because I remember my first job. Y'all remember your first job? Walmart, $5.05 an hour. And now these jobs, 15, 17, 18 an hour. Woo, come a long way, you know what I mean? So he's a little nervous because he's never had nothing like this. He's only, besides, helping me in the garage and stuff where I've paid him, and I still owe him for some stuff he helped me with. But he had one day he worked with a guy in our church. He has a plumbing business, had it for 20-something years. And he went and helped one of his guys on a job installing a hot water heater and yanking one out from under a house. So that's all he's ever done experience-wise. Excuse me. So obviously a little nervous, apprehensive, what have you. But I know he'll do good. He's smart. He's a good listener. He's, he knows how to follow instructions. He won't just do something without checking to make sure he's doing it right. He'll learn it and then he'll be good, but he won't just assume he can do something a certain way. He's smarter than that. And like I said, very proud of him. He's a good kid. Proud of all my kids, really am. They're all three very good kids, very respectful. And I forget who Mr. Don, who I met up in Kentucky, such a nice gentleman. And he sent me something in the mail, and he wrote me a nice note, almost a letter, and was or maybe it was in a message, I forget. But he was commenting on how polite and respectful my kids were, and I really appreciate that, because they are very, very good. You'll see kids in restaurants and stuff, even as little kids, mainly as little kids, you would hope, running around the restaurant, acting a fool, not getting in front of waiters and waitresses and all that. My kids have never done that. Not that I'm a good parent, because I feel like a crappy parent most of the time. But we've just never let our kids do that. That's just, I don't think it's right. That's not the place for it. We've never let our kids run all over Walmart or Target or Kmart when that was around, what have you. They're just good kids. Are they perfect? No. But they are good kids. They are very respectful. Like they went out to see the Superman movie with my brother and a friend of ours from church last weekend. And they all went to Applebee's, and the food was not good. I think my daughter's the only one who her food was okay. Everybody else's food kind of sucked. And my brother's like, well, they didn't say nothing to us. I was like, they're not going to. I was like, we didn't teach them that way. I was like, but they'll complain to us if we're out with them and the food's bad. I was like, but if somebody else, even if they're paying for their own food, they're not going to complain about the food to someone they rode with or something. If that's where they picked, they're just not going to do that. Unless it was unhealthy, unsafe to eat, something like that. Especially my daughter. Honestly, maybe all of them. They're not confrontational. I'll send food back. I don't care. If I pay for a steak, I want it medium rare. And if you give it to me well done, you best believe I'm gonna ask you to take it back and get me another one, because I'm not eating leather. Or else I'll just not get that altogether, and I darn sure ain't paying for the well done one. You can ask Longhorn, because I've sent it back. So I appreciate him saying that my kids were so kind and respectful up there, and that means a lot to me. It really does. But I reckon that's all I got. I've rambled for 19 minutes now. For those of you who enjoy these rambles, God bless you, because I don't. I know it's not really knife related. For me, it's therapy. It's therapeutic to talk things out. Sometimes it helps me remember things or whatnot. I did record one the other day that I deleted. I never posted it because I got in the weeds on stuff with family, and didn't need to do that. But it was therapeutic for me to get it off my chest. So, yeah. But I appreciate everybody who watches, and all that. We're coming up I did a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and coming up 1,250 is going to be here pretty quick. So I don't know if I'm going to do one at 1,250 or if I'm going to wait till 1,500. I might need to wait until 1,500 so I can have the money to get a decent little knife for a giveaway. I'd like to do another buck. One, because they're just solid knives, and two, I can get a discount through my uncle. So that's a big plus right there. So that's probably what I'll do. Either 12, it'll probably be 1,500. The more I just talk myself out of something and into something. I might do another kind of little giveaway along the way, EDC hanks that my wife made. I might do some little things. Who knows? We'll see. But I appreciate y'all being patient with me on the knife content. Honestly, knife purchases and stuff are going to be few and far between now. It's going to be if I can trade for a knife or if I can sell a knife to pay for a knife. That's probably the rest of the year, realistically, unless I fall into a chunk of money, because we're pushing everything to Disney. I know I said that kind of off and on for months, but now the rubber meets the road. This is the push the next 3 months. So everything. And even then, even trades and stuff, I'm gonna try to keep them minimal, because that's shipping money. So but if y'all are interested in any of the hanks that my wife has made, or if you're wanting coasters or the little leather patches, y'all let me know. I'll make you a deal on all those. We do have some of the hanks posted on Etsy, and then the rest of them are on my wife's page, which is Peach Mountain Co. It's just CO, short for company, on Facebook. And if you don't have Facebook and you want to see what I have, just email me, or if you have my phone, text me, and I can send you pictures. My wife has them all photographed and categorized. So she made hanks, she made little EDC wallets, chapstick holders, wristlets, like keychain things. So quite a few things if anybody's interested. And I get it if nobody is interested, or if people don't want to spend the money. I get it, because I understand how times are, and finances and the economy and everything. So but if you're interested, let me know. If you are interested and you want to buy multiple of the hanks, I can cut you a deal on the hanks. On the coasters, they're pretty much just going to stay $5 a piece, plus shipping on those. That's pretty much where I got to be for the programming time and editing the files time. My time's got to be worth a little something nowadays. But anyways, I'm done. 23 minutes, 24 minutes, whatever it is. God bless y'all. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm almost to the house, so we'll talk to you later. Remember to do something kind for someone else. It goes a mighty long way. Until next time, I'm Bubba.